How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the LAIR. And today we're going to be doing some historic best of one. I call this one Hadana Greathorn. But before we get into it, I just want to say if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Feel free to drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily. And if you have any friends or family that are into Magic, please share the channel with them. One last thing I'd like to say for all my new followers or subscribers on either my Twitch or YouTube channels. Once you have followed or subscribed, just reach out to me in the chat or the comment and say something like, hey, I just subscribed or followed or whatever, and I can respond to you with an in-game code that you can use in Arena to unlock a mystery gift from Wizards. So very excited to be able to do that for you guys. So yeah, let's hop into it. This is a deck that I put together with a really good friend of mine last night. He's an avid Magic player throughout the years. But anyways, we were doing some play testing on this last night, and I made just one or two tweaks, but I'm excited to see how it performs. I'm not saying it's a tier 1 deck by any means. But yeah, so this is a SIMIC list, blue and green. We'll get into it onto the 1-drops. We have the full play set of Merfolk Windrobber. He's a 1/1 with flying, and whenever he deals combat damage to a player, that player mills a card. And then if our opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, we can sacrifice them at any time and draw a card. We're in the full playset of Ruin Crab. It's a 0/3 with the landfall ability that says whenever a land enters the battlefield under our control, each opponent mills 3 cards. Onto the 2-drops, we have 3 copies of Faerie Vandal. He's a 1/2 with flash and flying, and his ability says whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Faerie Vandal. We're running the full playset of Essence Symbiote. He's a 2/2, and it says whenever a creature you control mutates, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature and you gain 2 life. We're running 1 copy of Gaea's Blessing. At sorcery speed, target player shuffles up to 3 target cards from their graveyard into their library, and then we draw a card. And if it's put into our graveyard from our library, we shuffle our graveyard into your library. So this is just because I know how much mill is out there. We want to have this in our deck for protection against those strategies. So also helps us draw a card. And we can also recur threats later on if we have our graveyard filled and so forth. I was thinking about putting a second copy of this, but I feel like anytime you say you're going to run into mill, you never do. So we're just going to run with 1 to start, and we'll see how it goes. Now I kind of moved some of the cards around, even though this is for 4. We're looking to just going to be casting him for his mutate, which is for 2. That's why I put him in the 2-drop section. But we're running the full playset of Parcelbeast. He's a 2/4. We can mutate on for 2 onto a non-human creature. And his ability says, pay 1, tap, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield. If you don't put that card onto the battlefield, put it into your hand. Onto the 3-drops, we have 3 copies of Nadir Kraken. It's a 2/3, and it says whenever you draw a card, you may pay 1. If you do, you put a +1/+1 counter on Nadir Kraken and create a 1/1 blue tentacle creature token. Running the full playset of Sea-Dasher Octopus. He's a creature 2/2 with flash, but we can mutate him for 2, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, we draw a card. So once again, this is another card that we're interested in, preferably just casting it for its mutate cost. Running 3 copies of Hadana's Climb, legendary enchantment. It says at the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then if that creature has 3 or more 1/1 counters on it, transform Hadana's Climb, and it becomes Winged Temple of Orazaka. Legendary land where we can tap it for any color mana, and then we can pay 3, tap it, and target creature you control gains flying and gets +X/+X until the end of turn, where X is its power. We're running the full playset of Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath, 6/6, and we sacrifice him unless he escaped. When he enters the battlefield or attacks, we gain 3 life, we draw a card, and then we may put a land card from our hand onto the battlefield. And then later on, we can escape him from our graveyard by paying his escape cost and exiling 5 other cards. And then finally, we have the full playset of Migratory Greathorn. He's a 3/4. Once again, this is a creature we would prefer to use his, or I should say, cast him for his mutate cost instead of his actual casting cost. So that's why I have him in the 3-drop section. But his ability says, whenever this creature mutates, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle your library. So let's go ahead and talk about the mana base real quick. We have 6 islands, 6 forests, 4 breeding pools, 4 Hinterland Harbors, and 2 Fabled Passage. So what this deck is all about is We're trying to go wide. We're going to have flyers. We're going to have pretty good ground defenses. And we're going to be milling the opponent at the same time. So we're trying to combine all three of those synergies. And some ways that we're going to stay alive, hopefully, are Essence Symbiote and our Uro, which gains us life each time. Essence Symbiote gains us life and puts the +1/+1 counter. And then the second win condition is going to be Hadana's Climb. Faerie Vandal can stack up counters very quickly, so can Nadir Kraken. If we have a Hadana's out, we can help buff those counters up, but the Essence Symbiote also puts extra 1/1 counters. So ideally, we're looking to drop Hadanas as soon as possible, get those counters on the creatures, and then flip this, and then just go face and win in an ideal world. Nadir Kraken helps us go real wide and get bodies, which the tentacles we can actually mutate onto as well if our opponent picks off one of our other creatures. We have our 1-drops. We have a flyer and a ground threat. The Ruin Crab with the landfall can just get out of control very easily. And then because these are non-human creatures, every single creature in the deck is non-human. We can mutate onto those creatures. For instance, we drop a Ruin Crab on turn 1, and then turn 2 we mutate on Parcelbeast for 2 mana. He becomes a 2/4 with this ability and with the landfall ability. And then on turn 3, hopefully we can draw into a Greathorn, and then it just gets out of control. So yeah, that's the deck. We have a 2.6 converted mana cost, running 34 creatures, running 22 lands. I experimented with 24, but I feel like between all the card draw and the Migratory Greathorn pulling those lands, that I don't think we really need it. And like I said, our top end is really 3. If we have 3 mana, we should be good, and then we just accelerate from there. But anyways, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's see how we do. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Our first opponent, Choo-Choo. Alright, so we get a nice 3-lander here. Merfolk, Ruin Crab, Parcelbeast for the mutation, an Uro to finish it off. Looks very, very good. I don't know what we're playing, so I think we're going to start off with the Merfolk. Okay. Green is good. So now we will play Ruin Crab. We'll drop a land. Attack. Okay. Looks like we hit a couple lands. That's real nice. Don't know if he's Gruul or if he's just mono green. We'll find out. Looks like mono green. Still nothing. I like it. What is the move? I think what we do, since we have no threats, we're going to play out Essence Symbiote so we can start getting them counters. And we're going to drop the Fabled Passage. And we're going to crack it again. Search up the blue. Island. And we'll just go face. Cool. And he scoops. Got him. That's the idea, because we don't really have any removal spells per se. We're basically just trying to start the mill as early as possible and start building a board that gets progressively bigger over time. That's the game plan. And then, like I said, we want to finish them off with the Hadanas. Alright, cool. Yeah, my buddy Mateo, who helped me put this together, this episode's dedicated to him. Been a while since we sat down and talked about Magic. You know, we're both fathers, and you know, things are hectic now with the school and the e-learning and working night jobs, stuff like that. So it was nice to meet up with him and just build this deck for a couple hours and just play test and have some fun. Okay, so this time we have a 3-lander here. No 1-drops, so kind of feel kind of bad about that, but we do have an Essence Symbiote. We do have a Parcelbeast, which we can mutate onto, and we do have an Uro. So I don't think we can be too picky. We're gonna keep this. In an ideal world, of course, we would want to have at least one drop, but we're only running 22 lands, so when I see 3-lander, I want to keep it. Timur. Okay, so let's get the Essence Symbiote out. See if we can get a Bone Crusher. Or a Stomp to the face. Here it comes. Grace Face is our opponent. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to do Windrobber. We're going to play Essence Symbiote. Play Love Struck, that's fine. What do we do here? We're going to play the land. We are going to... We're going to mutate onto Essence Symbiote. We'll put the Parcelbeast over so it becomes a 3/5. And we just go for the face. Edge wall, that's a nice mill right there. I think next turn, can we Lucky Clover. This is another card that was banned in Standard a couple days ago. So he wants to attack in. I will take the 5. His next turn will come in with both. If he loses his 1-drop, he can't attack anymore with Love Struck anyways. So... what's the move here? I'm not really interested in paying life to shock this in. But we do want to get the Hadanas out. Do I get the Hadanas out immediately? Yeah, I think we get this Hadanas out. Okay. I am going to put the counter on... I think we'll put it on the Windrobber so we can kind of spread things out. Okay. This way, if he wants to target with a Bone Crusher, it kind of spreads us out. And then next turn we can Uro. Now a lot of these type of decks, they run counter spells, so that's why I wanted to drop the Hadanas first. If he's playing Adventures, though, he could also be running Brazen Borrower. So that's a possibility. We'll see. Let's see. Oh, he finally stopped attacking me. Alright, so I think what we'll do, we're going to mutate onto him and spread it out. We will put the Greathorn on top so it becomes a 3/4, but he's actually going to become a 4/5. We will drop an additional island. If we had the crab out, we would be getting a lot of value from that. We're going to go ahead and put the counter on him, and we're just going to smack in for 6. Okay. Let's see if he has another stomp for our Merfolk Windrobber. Oh, there's the Brazen Borrower. Okay, no worries. Alright, well, if he's going to do that, we're going to activate his ability. Opponent gets a lot of value there for pretty much nothing. Very, very effective strategy. One of the reasons why it was banned in Standard. And now Storm's Wrath as well, so he's unable to attack. I mean, I feel like this is okay. What are we going to do here? we will cast our Uro, gain 3 life, draw a card. There's the Ruin Crab. Let's cast Essence Symbiote. Let's cast the Ruin Crab. Let's mutate onto the Ruin Crab. Once again, we're kind of just spreading things out, so he has to hit both. He can no longer attack, so we're good on that. I'm going to put a counter on the Essence Symbiote, once again, to kind of spread things out. He's also running board wipes in Storm's Wrath, so he gets a double Fae of the Wishes trigger. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or exile card from a graveyard. Okay, no worries. Well, it looks like we'll be bringing our Uro back sooner than later. Okay, cool. And Tormod, cool. He's still pretty screwed here, I think. Let's see. Let's mutate the Migratory on top of the Essence Symbiote, get that extra point of defense. Crab's in play, so we'll search up an island, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Perfect. We will mutate on him. Keep the Parcelbeast on top for that extra point, it doesn't matter. And then we just go face for 9 damage. He can exile my graveyard, but that is what it is. Let's see what this last card is. If it's a bounce spell, then it is what it is, you know? Okay, so Lovestruck still can't do anything. Let's get that mill going. Escape to the Wilds. So he's just playing pretty much the deck that just got banned. No white though, so probably not playing Omnath, but this is just an Adventurers by itself. It's pretty strong. He cannot attack, but he can block. So I think at this point, unfortunately, there's really nothing that we can do. So I think we're just going to hold up the blocks. Plays a giant beanstalk, okay. And nothing. Okay. Okay, looks like he forgot about the Tormod. You cry every time. Now, we are only running 22 lands, like I said, so the fact that we get flooded is kind of rare. Also, like I said, this is the first rendition of this deck, so I could add some Castle Vantress or something to the mana base for Scry and light card draw, but I don't think he's going to be attacking in this turn except for with the Brazen. That's fine. And we will activate Parcel again. We'll put that on the board. That mill. Beautiful. So he's going to be coming in with that huge beanstalk. So we're going to mutate onto him. Okay. Well, I mean, eventually we'll just put all of our land on the battlefield and we'll be good. So we are gaining life too with the Essence Symbiote. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm assuming he's gonna come in with that. 10, 13, 14. It's 14 damage. Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get any of our flyers. So we'll wait. Wondering what this card is. Before our turn, we'll activate our ability. There's the Hadanas. So we'll put that into play immediately. And play you. And start it up. We're going to put a counter here. With Hadanas. Go face. Okay. Activate you. 12, 13. Got him. That felt good. It's always nice when you can beat a top tier deck with some jank. Alright, so I think we're doing pretty well so far. What is that? 2 wins, 1 loss? Not bad, not bad. Ever since Ikoria came out, I always wanted the mutate mechanic to like go somewhere because I thought it was so cool. And I think now, especially with Zendikar and these like landfall creatures and everything, mutate's finally getting like its time in the light where it's competitive. Yeah, so very cool to see that mechanic shine, even if it's a couple months down the road. Next opponent, Primal. Alright, so we've got a nice 3-lander here. We do have an early flyer, which is nice. I'd once again still like to see a 1-drop, but you know, it is what it is. Got a Kraken, we got an Uro, we got a Migratory. We'll keep this. Go ahead and play out our breeding pool. Tapped. On a white. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to pass the turn since we have the Faerie Vandal with Flash, and we'll wait and see what our opponent does. He plays a Luminarch, so we will cast our Faerie Vandal in response. This card can get out of control very quickly as well. Also, this is another one of the cards I considered splashing, and Felidar Retreat. Felidar Retreat's a little expensive for this particular type of build, but okay, so we want to draw cards with him, but I think what we're going to do is we are just going to play out Essence Symbiote, and we are just going to have the breeding pool tapped and smack. Ooh, Boros. Plays his Temple, scrying, and he scries 1 to the bottom. Okay, Broken Notice, fair enough. I'm gonna go in, sure. Okay, so let's play our land. Let's mutate onto the Faerie Vandal. We'll put the Migratory Greathorn on top. Yep. Guess we'll just search up a island and smack. Now he has 2 targets to worry about, but he's probably running the 3 mana cost thing that or Vanishing Light. Okay, no worries. Once again, we are still gaining life from our mutations, which is okay. So we will definitely mutate onto him. We'll put the Parcelbeast over. Do we get the Kraken out? Yeah, I think we got to get the Kraken out. Even though he's going to be putting counters. There's no sense in attacking just yet. We can go wide enough with Nadir, where we can just start chump blocking with the tentacles if we absolutely have to. Yeah, and we still have Uro for stabilization. But if he's running enchantment, that's the other shitty thing about mutation. If the creatures are attached and they hit you with an enchantment removal, then they pull all those cards instead of just pulling the bottom base creature and going into your grip. Ooh, lithoform engine. Well, there's the Hadanas. So if we pay 1, we get a tentacle, and then we can pay 3. Yeah, I guess we need the blocker, right? So we're gonna Hadanas. Yep. Cool. 4, 5. Yeah, we're gonna put the counter here, so that way we can activate Parcelbeast at the end of our opponent's turn. Like I said, it does make me a little nervous that he is playing the enchantment removal, and he has his lithoform engine up now, so he could start giving us some problems. Let's see. You can copy that ability with lithoform too, putting 2 1/1 counters, but once again, not too worried. Okay, if he comes in, I'm just going to chump block with the tentacle, no worries. No problem. Oh, it's a chance for Glory deck. Cool. Well, I'm going to do this. Yep. And a Gideon. Okay, this is not the deck I thought it was. Pretty cool.
Time to give up.
Okay, and if this is another chance for Glory, I think he loses the game. Cool.
Stand down.
Okay, but he doesn't have haste. Okay. I'm just gonna block here, and you lose the game? Yep. Wait a second. We will pay 1. We want to keep for the flip, but we can afford to put out a Ruin Crab. Wow. Cool. Alright. No worries. So we're going to put it on him. Yep. No attacks. Nope. How is he not losing the game? Your next upkeep, which is this turn, you'd have to pay 5, including 2 blue mana. He has no blue mana. He also, at the beginning of next end step's turn, you lose the game. I don't get it. Oh, it's Gideon. What a dick. Okay, cool. Well, as long as they don't have trample, we can chump block all day. Cool. Cool. So, block you with you. Block you with you. Put a loyalty counter. Okay, that's a loyalty counter. It's not a 1/1 counter. Okay. Activate the Parcelbeast. Put a land. My turn. Pay 1, yes. 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 No. Well, I think we are just going to do this.
Count on a rematch.
So pretty dick. Oh, he just had another one. Of course he did. So I should have just gone for the face. It's fine. Well, at least we got chump blocks out.
Show me what it's a fight you want and a fight you'll get.
One four.
Huh?
I'm going in.
Should we cut it in half?
Cut it in half?
Should we? 1/4.
Spoon?
Yes, please.
Okay, so wait, no. Why couldn't I block? All right. Well, auto pay. Let's mutate to you. Put him over. Play another Kraken. He's tapped out. We have to kill this stupid thing. Die. Die.
I'll be ready.
Die. Do you have another one? Okay, that's what I thought. Cool. Pretty shitty deck, I'm not gonna lie. I was wondering, I'm like, this guy should have lost, he should have lost, he should have lost. Pack of Negation. What a dick move. Oh, he quit. I love it. Love it. Alright, cool. I think we could have ended that much earlier. I was expecting him to lose, and I didn't realize Gideon's ability. But I won't forget for next time. So, all right. Well, this is going very well. I think we're 4-1 now. 4-1. Cool, cool. Let's keep going. Osley Mage. Okay. Alright. I don't like seeing Gaea's Blessing in the opening hand since we only have one. But we do have 2 Ruin Crabs, and we do have a Parcelbeast, so hopefully we're not playing Mill. Surprised we haven't seen any mono red yet. Okay. So, unfortunately, we will shock in here. Get that Ruin Crab going. Next turn we can Ruin Crab and then drop a Fabled Passage. So, play Ruin Crab. Fabled Passage. Ooh, nice. So dinos, huh? And then we'll search up an island, I think, since we have 2 other green sources here. Hit it again. Attacks, of course. Dual shot for 1. Marauding Raptor, okay. Let's play out this guy. Actually, I think we Uro here. Beautiful. I think we're going to get the most value out of Fabled Passage. Wow, this guy's getting slaughtered here. Alright, I think we'll search up the island since we have another forest in our hand. Not doing too bad. About halfway. Needletooth. Oh, there's... Okay, that's fine. I'm good. So let's play the Kraken. Parcelbeast onto the Ruin Crab. And smack the face. Okay. Drawing a card. Don't know if you want to keep drawing cards, but it's fine. 2, 3, I'm good. Think we will. Think we will. Think we will. Just 2. Okay. No attacks. Now at least we have a chump blocker for the Marauding Raptor. Okay. Might not have very many land cards left. Alright, opponents get okay. I mean, at this point, we've done what we can. I will definitely be chump blocking the Marauding Raptor. Don't want him... Oh, do we want him drawing more cards? Okay, so we're going to pay. We're going to do the Ruin Crab. Do the Windrobber. Lots and lots of chunk blocks. And I think we're good. Gonna hold up the Parcelbeast here. Polyraptor. Haven't seen that combo in a minute. Cool. Just let him time out, making copies. Excuse me. I mean, that's great. Cool. Cool. I mean, this is an awesome combo, though. Can't even be mad at it. He's got 12 cards left in his graveyard. I mean, but you can see it's... I really like this deck. I like the way it has been performing. I like the way that it, you know, we have a good mix of flyers and ground targets. I like the way that we can keep going wide with Nadir Kraken, and also that added infusion of the milling is nice as well. Okay. I mean, yeah, see? You gotta stop. Cool. He can't stop it. He can't stop the Polyraptors. Gonna time out, my friend. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right. Let's hop into another one. That is a very good example of some very rare situations where the game puts you in a loop where you don't have the decision to stop. For instance, with the Polyraptor, he doesn't have the choice. It creates another copy, and same thing with Marauding Raptor. Every time a new token comes into play or another creature comes into play, it does that damage. So it's a never-ending cycle, but we'll take it. Alrighty, so we have a 3-lander here, but no blue sources. So I think we're going to take a mulligan here. This seems much better. We can just drop an Uro. So we'll keep this, drop the Uro. We will lead off with the Ruin Crab. Mono red? No, black. Ooh, Knight. Knight of the Eking Legion. Yeah, I mean... Oh. Knight Splashing Rogues. We'll leave up the Faerie Vandal. No attacks. My turn. Okay, well then I'll play the Faerie Vandal. Let's go ahead and play Ruin Crab. Let's play Uro. Yep. Let's just put out another. Perfect. Okay. Opponent has a land next turn. He can pump him, so I will not be blocking with either. So we might as well just go ahead and get in some damage. Then we can start mutating onto the crab himself, or this is another great combination, mutating onto the Faerie Vandal so that we get that counter build-up going and the card draw. However, him being Dimir, he probably has some way of kill. Okay, so this is some. This is actually, this is like a hybrid weird mill slash deck. Okay, here's what we'll do. Play the land. We will mutate Sea-Dasher, put him on top. Doesn't matter. We'll play our Uro. We'll attack him with you. I did not want to see that Gaia's Blessing. Shit. But him running Lurrus is a big problem for us because he can just pull back anything he wants from the graveyard once per turn. I'm definitely not blocking because I don't want to lose the Ruin Crab. He didn't pump the knight, so he's going to play something. He's going to play... This is an interesting Soaring Thought Thief. Okay, well, I'm just going to run him over, so I'm not really worried about that. Really didn't... Would have preferred not to see the Gaia's Blessing in her hand. Takes one color. Well. So, let's play out the land. Let's play out Faerie Vandal. Let's Gaia's Blessing ourselves. Choose up to 3. We might as well. Let's mutate the Parcelbeast onto him. Perfect. And we attack him for 5. He blocks. He doesn't block. Interesting. Draw a card. Now we can get the Kraken and start going wide. I'm trying to see if he's running any type of removal. It doesn't look like it. It looks like he's relying mainly on just strictly milling. Okay. Well, I mean, we've already got it started. Now this is one of the scenarios where I was like, I feel like I need to run at least 2 Gaia's Blessings. But, I mean, out of 6 matches, this is the first mill-style deck that we came across, so it is what it is. Yeah, okay. Yep. So we just block, that's all we have to do. Cool. So let's play the Kraken. What? What? Alright. Now let's... We're just gonna keep going face. We'll put the Migratory Greathorn over. So that's 9 damage in the air now. We'll pull an island. Okay. Yep. I'm just gonna go in. The good thing is that we are at least slowing him down, and he is drawing cards still. So if we can get a Hadana's, then we win, because I don't think he has any type of removal, and I haven't seen any bounce either, which is very surprising in this type of build. We hit 2 Bluebacks, which is the killer here. There's the Hadana's. Yep. No attack, huh? Yeah, I think we're gonna pay 1. I think we'll Parcelbeast. Looking for Hadana's. Well, that'll work too. Cool. Let's activate the row. Might as well. How you doing, baby? Still nothing? Yeah, we might as well. Get a Moon Crab. Okay. I mean, we're no threat. I guess what we need to do is just stop attacking, because he's definitely not going to be attacking in. The biggest threat he has here is Knight of the Ebon Legion. Damn, I wish I would have run at least another Gaia's Blessing. Oh well.
You want me to cut you?
Oh, I forgot about Teferi's tutelage. Okay, so he could kill us that way. All we need is one Hadana's. Come on, give us that Hadana's. That's not a Hadana's. We'll pay one. He's got a lot of flyers. Let's do this. Activate the parcel. Give me Hadana's. That's not Hadana's. Well, let's hit this. We'll keep him since he's already in play, but we will get the added effect of gaining the life, drawing the card. Looking for the Hadanas. That is not the Hadanas. Okay, let's put one. Three, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll mutate onto him. Put the Sea-Dasher on top. And we will pass. Such a close game, but I think he's got us. Just with the card draw of Teferi's tutelage. Yep. There's the Hadanas that we were looking for. That's 1, 2. It's 2, 4, 6. He got us. Yeah, it sucks, but whatever. All right, my friends, that's all I have for this episode. I really still don't care. The only thing I would do to add to this deck is I would add one more copy of Gaea's Blessing just for that specific situation, because it would just completely shut them down. We completely had them wrecked across the board, in the air, on the ground, going wide, life gain. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I know it puts us at 61 cards, but like I said, in this meta, there's just so much mill going around. I mean, like I said, I kind of feel like a dick because of, like, I hate playing mill, but I love playing it against other people. Another possibility is maybe putting in a Castle Vantris. But like I said, I really like the way the deck feels. Yeah, so that's all I've got for you guys today. We'll end it at that. I just want to say, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Also, feel free to drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily, and if you have any friends or family that are into Magic, please share the channel with them. And also, don't forget, if you're going to be a new follower or subscriber on either my Twitch or YouTube channel, just reach out to me in the chat or the comment, say something like, hey, I just subscribed or followed, and I can respond with an in-game code that you can use in Arena to unlock a mystery gift from Wizards. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.